And shifting focus to the global story that we are tracking, the big story that is making headlines this morning is a possible resignation of incumbent Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in wake of the mounting pressure on him with just months to go for the elections in the country. So it's President-elect Donald Trump who's mocked Justin Trudeau after the Finance Minister and Deputy Prime Minister tendered his resignation, citing differences with Justin Trudeau over tariff policies in the country. So speculation is rife that Justin Trudeau has been facing a lot of pressure to tender his resignation as a Prime Minister. He's been facing rebellion not just from the opposition but by MPs from his own Liberal Party. And joining us on the broadcast is senior journalist Daniel Boardman. He's joining us live from Toronto. Mr. Boardman, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast this morning. The big story, of course, is the headline that Justin Trudeau has been making, that there is a possible resignation that could come in over the next few days. Talk to us about what are the reasons essentially over the last few days. Is it really because of the tariff policy, or is it also because of the backlash that Justin Trudeau has been facing given the Khalistani extremism has been on the rise under his watch?
Well, among other types of extremism, it's not the only one that's increasing. All of them are. This does not have to do with Khalistan. This is more internal Liberal Party politics and Chrystia Freeland trying to preserve her legacy. So they're saying it's over the tariffs and a way to deal with America and this and that. A lot of that is smoke. What this is actually about is, okay, she's the finance minister, and there's supposed to be a $40 billion limit to the deficit, $40 billion, which is obscene still. But they blew past that this quarter to $62 billion. And it was so embarrassing. The financial state of the country is in such disarray that Justin Trudeau wanted her to deliver the fall economic statement, take the fall as the one who ruined the country, then throw her under the bus. This is how Trudeau operates. And Chrystia Freeland's been a big part of this. She's thrown many people under the bus for Justin Trudeau, stabbed many friends in the back, lied, froze bank accounts, generally evil woman to the core. But then she quite correctly saw the writing on the wall that Justin Trudeau was sort of preparing her for the annual bus throwing of the cabinet minister. And she kind of pulled it, okay, if I'm going down, you're going down with me, and grabbed Trudeau and kind of used him as a human shield as the bus came to hit them both. So that's kind of what's going on. The reason why the economic statement had to come out today, because legally it must be out before the end of the parliamentary session going into winter. So like today was the last day or tomorrow was the last day, it could really come out. Justin Trudeau has decided to do this. He's decided to skip Parliament tomorrow. He's not coming in to answer questions. He's just running away. So that's what you're going to see for the next month or so. Trudeau's going to run away. Jagmeet Singh has called for Trudeau to resign, but there is a 0% chance he's going to force Trudeau to resign. Jagmeet Singh is the only one in the world who wants to keep Justin Trudeau in office, and it's already been said by the NDP that they do want him to resign, and if he's not out of office by late February, early March, which just happens to be the date that they all qualify for their pension, then they're going to do something. So until the NDP and Jagmeet Singh get their pensions, they're going to hold Trudeau in power no matter what. So there's no need to resign or start an election until then. However, these are unprecedented times. I mean, 60 Liberals coming out and saying you have to resign, get out. And like prominent Liberals too are being like, get out. And the Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister and Minister of Governmental Affairs says, I lose confidence, get out. This would bring down a normal man. But Justin Trudeau has no shame or genuine love of his country or anything outside of himself. So it looks like he's going to hang on for dear life.
Yes. Mr. Boardman, just a quick follow-up question. Earlier, there was an ultimatum that was given by MPs from his own party, an ultimatum to resign by October 28th, which, of course, did not happen. We are given to understand that there was another caucus meeting that was held late last night. Is there pressure mounting from his own MPs from the Liberal Party members to tender his resignation? Talk to us about the stand that other Liberal MPs have taken when it comes to not just the Khalistani matter, but even the tariff matter or even the immigration policy under Trudeau's watch.
Yeah, so they haven't really taken, they're still Liberal MPs, so they're still feckless cowards, most politicians are. So they're not really going after him for any particular reason that Canadians care about. It's not like you failed immigration, you broke the country. It's more just you're unpopular, your name is toxic, you're toxic to the brand of liberal, and by me coming out against you now, it's better for my career going forward to say I was one of the ones who spoke out against Justin Trudeau. So that's the other problem. There's no real substance to any of these people in Ottawa. That we're kind of relying on them to run the country. So yes, there's mounting pressure to resign. He's at rock bottom polling wise. You're not really going to crash below, anything from 15 to 10% is all the same. It's all disaster. He's in the disaster zone. He's at rock bottom disaster zone. The Liberal Party might not even get official party status going forward. So you see a lot of rats sinking a sinking ship, but fleeing a sinking ship. But the problem is in Canadian politics, the leaders of the parties have significant whip ability. They can kind of whip a party to do whatever they want, for most part. So with Jagmeet Singh holding Trudeau in power, between the two leaders, all it really takes is two men in this minority government to hold the government together, and it's Justin and Jagmeet. And so as long as those two have incentive for Justin Trudeau to be in government, and they both will have massive incentive until after Jagmeet gets his pension, he's not going anywhere. So we're looking at another few months of this chaos, but they're probably going to run away, prorogue Parliament, and Parliament will kind of just be shut down, and Canada will be just run on sort of autopilot for a bit.
Yes, Mr. Boardman, just this last question before we let you go. If you can talk to us about the mood in Canada as of now, what are those issues which will really be considered when people cast their vote in the month of February 1? And is there slightest of possibility that Trudeau could retain power in the next elections?
An asteroid would have to hit Earth in a way that specifically takes out 80% of Canadians who don't like Justin Trudeau and leaves those who do like him intact. Then he might have a shot at retaining power. But barring a hyper-specific targeted asteroid attack, I'm going to say no to that one. And in terms of the issues affecting the election, it's really coming up. So affordability, inflation, housing, and now immigration. 50% of the country wants mass deportations. For Canada, a very liberal country, that's quite a number. So the vast majority of the country wants Canada to do what Trump is asking Justin Trudeau to do, which is fix the border and stop giving free fentanyl to children. Well, they're giving free opium to children, and then they're bargaining it for fentanyl. But if you can... British Columbia is a massive sociological nuclear bomb, where it's just a province that just releases free opium into the world, literally free. They just flood the market with opium for diversity reasons, and it's bad it's literally horrifying social results and economic results, and it's terrorizing the people. But it's seen as a progressive thing to do, just give people opium. So that's kind of bad. We want less drug-addicted homeless people running around threatening to hurt everyone, because it's not the greatest experience, and get control of the borders. And then, of course, stop spending a gajillion dollars and everything, lower some taxes and all that. So the Canada is socially ready for a very rightward shift in its thinking.
All right, Mr. Boardman, point taken. You say that it is a little too early to predict as of now. There's a mixed atmosphere, mixed feelings regarding Justin Trudeau, and also immigration is going to be an important issue that will be considered. For now, we appreciate you for your time. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast.